Hi guys, so I'm here to make a Pimd 101 video. I actually tried to make one already and it ended up being like way too long. Like it was literally like 40 minutes long and I was just like, well shit. And then when I was going through it, it was just like most of the video was just me saying like I did right now, and me just saying like random shit. But then it's like I couldn't like edit it because it's all just like tied together. So yeah, so I'm just gonna get to the point again. I'm gonna do the whole thing all over again right now, and I'm gonna show y'all how to do it. Ooh, oops, I accidentally put a wrong party on. Okay, so the way to play this game, if you're new, how to do it is to just like follow these like basic ass steps. Okay, I made a whole like little note thing for everybody to go by. Like here I have like PIMD terms, what you got to do, but I also have an actual list here of things you got to do. Pen, like, oh, it doesn't let me undo. So what you gotta do, oops, fuck, you know what, fuck that. Okay, so what you gotta do is follow these little things right here. 1, hit parties. 2, upgrade. 3, hire tutors. 4, upgrade more. 5, hit party again. 6, fill up that showcase. 7, level up your furniture. And then 8, upgrade again. Basically, you just gotta upgrade as fast as possible, upgrade as many times as you can possible, and just get a lot of money because the money is for upgrading. And then the stronger you get, the more money you get from the parties. So in the end, upgrading is more beneficial for you, and the more you upgrade, the more you will grow, and the more it'll help you grow even more. So yeah, it's going like really slow for me right now. I'm sorry that you have to see this. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go over the terms that I had over there in just a little bit. Okay, this is really annoying. Okay, you know what? Okay, I'm done. So here's your page. The first one, the club you're in, the relationship, if you have an RS already, which stands for relationship. If you don't have one, get one. As you go on, you're gonna get a bunch of different RSs. You're gonna break some hearts. You're gonna like fall for some random person online that you've never met before in your life. But guess what? It's gonna happen. Why? Because it happened to me once before. It was beautiful until he started being an emotional jerk. So yeah, it's not gonna work out, by the way. Well, I mean, some people have actually like gotten married through like the game and stuff, which is like real cute and all, but like, okay guys, we get it. Thanks. I'm not trying to shit on them or anything. They're adorable, they're great, but like, it just doesn't happen to all of us. It happens to only the best. So yeah, get an RS, because an RS will help you with your stats over here, because your bonus breakdown, as it says on the top, is just the breakdown of like all the stuff that you have. Like the first one is your dorm mates, which are the people that you buy in the dorm thingamajig up here. These are your dorm mates. All these fools, these are your dorm mates. The more you get, the more stats you get. The more you buy, like the higher ones that you buy, then it will obviously give you higher stats. The next one is tutors. You get the tutors by just hiring like random other people. These are my tutors right now. Don't hire them or I will literally come and kick your ass. Okay? Thanks. Some guy already tried to do it and it really pissed me off because I was gonna upgrade and then he started taking them and then I got sad. So yeah. Awards. The awards isn't like really anything that I could really like talk about because obviously I don't have that many because I've only been playing for like a year and a half, so I don't have that much shit. But as you complete more parties, you get awards for how many parties you've completed and stuff like that. And then you get like special awards for whatever, and then you get awards for leveling up your furniture all the way. So I suggest you do that, and you level it up your furniture by recycling them and then using the materials that you get from recycling them. I'm sorry if I sound like a major crash course right now, but I'm just really trying to keep this shit concise because my mom called me like 4 times in the other video and it was so annoying. Oh my god. Anyway, see, it says relationship 0 because I'm not with anybody right now. So if you're if you're around, I don't know, 10 MCS plus and you need an RS, hit me up because I need one too. I don't give a damn about anything. Just don't be a jerk and don't try to catch any feelings because I'm not gonna do that. Okay? So yeah, don't hit on me. Okay, thanks. The next one is furniture because the furniture applies to what you have in your dorm. That dorm being this one. And then the more you upgrade your furniture, then the higher you get. Like, oh, I can upgrade my bed. Yeah, see, I'm gonna upgrade it right now. Oops. Fuck. I hate this button. There we go. And then I upgraded it. Thank you, Kieran. And see, now my level 3 bed is worth about 3 and something MCS now, instead of only being like 2. So now it's gonna be more when we check back. Look. I don't remember what it said before, but I think it was only like 20 million or something. But yeah, you need to upgrade your furniture and you need to make sure that you don't have like all the starter furniture, aka clown ass looking ass furniture, because that stuff don't work. You have to get the real furniture that'll actually give you like real stats, because if you just have a whole thing full of starter furniture, you're not going to get anywhere, even though in the beginning it's obviously better than nothing. So yeah. The next one is pets. Pets are actually a new thing. Like, they weren't there recently. They weren't there a while ago. They just added them recently. Right now I have this cat. Why did I name it Mulan? I don't know. Let's name it something else. How about it's Garfield? Okay, Garfield. It's Garfield. Yeah. And then the more you upgrade it, the more stat boost it'll give it. That's why mine has 13 and 13% right now, because it's literally like level 10. Yeah, they're kind of a pain in the ass, but excuse me, they have a pretty good stat boost, so yeah, that's great. The next one is the miscellaneous, which also is short-term MISC. That's what my XRS started to call it, MISC instead of miss. So I just started calling it MISC just for like emphasis, because it just kind of sounds funny. So yeah, the one on the bottom right here. They added a cap to it recently, meaning that's why mine says max 140 million, but I have 201 million for the intelligence one, because that is based off your dorm mates basically. So basically, if you get your dorm mates, but you get them only for usually strength stat and less for intelligence, that means that's why the one up here for dorm mates, it's only 64 million for my intelligence, but 367 for my strength. Because yeah, that's because that's what I did. That's what I bought. That's the type of dudes that I bought. So you can either like make it even, which is good, but it's also good to have like, you need to pick what you're going for. Like for me, I decided to just go like straight for strength based stat, which is usually good. You can go for intelligence based, but usually people don't do that. It's like not really meant for farming usually. I don't really know. I'm not really like super like informed about the farming stuff. I mean, I am, but I'm not. Okay, that's not what we're going to talk about this video. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, that's why my max for strength is like so high. It's like 745 million, because my dorm mates for strength is like really high. So yeah. And then your misc can also give you the percentage stat boost depending on what you get. And then the whole thing about misc is this. See, this is misc. It's the random items that you get from completing quests and the stuff from the story each hunt. So when you go and hit the parties here, so when you go and hit the parties and you get your money and you put all your hits in to help complete them, at the end when it's completed, it'll give you money, give you hunt drops, and also possibly boxes and other random shit depending on what it is. You can even get like a cat or a kini out of it, but usually you don't. It depends on like the party. It only happens sometimes. Yeah, and then the more, like for instance, like the hunt drops right now are these postcards, the Filipino postcards, and then you would usually get all this stuff. You get a care package, get some DNs, which are doctor's notes, which basically helps it like instantly puts all your health and shit back. And then this is another form of the misc items. It's the ube ice cream. Like the name of it doesn't really matter, but the point is the strength and intelligence. Like for instance, this is a 3 MCS single because it's 1.5 MCS plus 1.5 MC. We'll just M. Yeah. No, yeah, because it's not combined. So just 1.5 million plus 1.5 million in strength and intelligence. You add it together, 3 MCS. It's all together 3 MCS. And then they also give you PIMD banks, which are the piggy banks. And then you could sell those and get money back. But usually I just wait till I have like a lot. And then I'll sell them. So yeah. What else? So the main thing about this is that you shouldn't sell it. Don't sell your misc. No matter what, do not sell it. Like there's people who are just like, oh yeah, I'm selling my misc so I can like, go to cat clubs and get bentos and stuff. Like no, don't do it. Okay? Like there's like this girl, she wanted to RS me. She was around the same like stat as I am, around 8 MCS, but her showcase was literally only 6 pages. 6 pages ain't shit. Okay, you want a nice big fat fucking showcase like I'm getting right now. The only reason why mine is so big because there's been like 2 other players who have played like a really long time who have just like given me their entire showcase, which is why I have like all this old shit from like old hunts because he just gave it to me and I'm just like, oh, okay. And he's all like, well, of course you're like happy, and I'm just like, well, you're giving it to me, that's not my fault, It doesn't really matter to me, but like this shit like really helped. Like I went from, what was the first hunt? The first hunt that I was a part of was actually the Easter one. What is that, like 2 years ago? This is 2019. In like 2017 or 2018, that was the first one that I did. Like this bunny tea set, that 3 MCS single, I was farmed for this. Yeah, I was being farmed for it, but I never gave it to him. But I earned this myself. Anything before that one is something that was given to me. So yeah, like, wow. Like, yeah, it was like the best thing when he was just like, oh, I'll give you all my stuff because I don't want it anymore. I'm just like, okay, yay. So yeah, guys. And then another way to get hunt drops is to open boxes, but if you're not about that life, then obviously you can just hit the parties and get pretty much a similar amount depending on how many times you hit it. Yeah. And then you can only get this one, this type of drop. This is a certain one. You can only get that from the boxes in the parties, but there's a different one that changes like depending on how many parties you do and how many you collect. You can't get these ones from the boxes. So if you want to get all this misc, it's harder to get these ones because you have to actually hit the party a gajillion times to actually get it. So those ones are usually like worth more in a sense, usually depending on like what it is. People usually, like the people who do sell their misc items, their stat items, they usually sell like the ugly ones. Like where's that ugly ass like basket? Here it is. So like there's like this like ugly like basketball stuff. Nobody wanted it. So then this girl, she like sold me a bunch of it. That's why I have like 5 water bottles and like 2 bags of popcorn. So yeah, I didn't really like that hunt. It wasn't that great. So yeah, that's why people sold those. But generally speaking, everybody wants like all the cute shit. Like this hunt was really cute. I liked having like all like the 90s stuff. It like really brought me back, you know, back to the good old days. But yeah, basically that. But so you want to fill up your showcase, collect a lot of items. You want to collect all the spinner items, make sure you have them all combined. And oh, also make sure you get your gifts maxed, because the gifts they really give you also a big ass stat boost. Like this is 100,000 times 10. What is that? 1 million. So this is a whole like 1 million stat boost right there, just from those butter tarts that someone sent me 10 of. It was probably Liam. Thank you, Liam. So yeah. And then usually the longer you've been here, the more showcase you have, because obviously you've collected more stuff, and then that just looks better for you, because then you got a lot of shit and it makes you look really cool. So yeah, and then that's also why they added the cap, so that it's not like some weak ass fool with like a whole bunch of misc, and then he can like hit anybody and then nobody else can hit him. Like that's what they're trying to avoid. So that's why they added the cap on there, which is, you know, understandable, but it also pissed a lot of people off, because a lot of people have actually worked to get a lot of the items that they have, or they've farmed people to, you know, get the items that they wanted. But since they did that, they don't have it anymore, and then it's not really worth it anymore, and it just kind of, you know, it's shit. So yeah. Did he hire that chick back? Yeah, he did. So yeah, that's basically what you gotta know, what you gotta do. If you're gonna upgrade and stuff, you're better off not upgrading the people directly, like the doormates directly. You're better off just collecting a bunch of the same one. Like for instance, if you're going for strength, then get a bunch of these bacon foods right here. Just get a whole bunch of them, have your whole thing filled up with those guys. And then after that, you can upgrade them to the next one, which for me, that's what I'm doing. I'm upgrading them each to the night owl. But I honestly might not do that next time. I might just continue buying more dorms and then just put another one of these fools right there, because that's honestly all I can do at this point. Or maybe I will upgrade him, because it's only 130 billion versus like the 300 that I need to get this fool. So yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. So yeah. So all you gotta do, depending on what you want to do in this game, if you want to get popular, which isn't really gonna happen, because it's literally just a game. It's a game, and nobody's gonna care, because they don't see your face, and then that's it. So don't even try to be popular, because it's not gonna happen. If you want to get like on the leaderboard and stuff, then you gotta work your ass off by hitting the party like every day. But generally speaking, you're way behind. Like if you started yesterday, you will probably never be on here ever. Well, that's not true. It's just like you just probably won't get up here for whatever reason, because everybody else up here is also upgrading just as fast as you are. So yeah. If you guys want to know a fun fact, I was RS with this guy once, but it was funny because I wasn't even like very high in my MCS, but he was my RS. Haha, and he has like so much stuff. 43 pages. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Because he has a lot of like crates and all that stuff. Wow. But he was like really old. Like he was like 30 or 40 or something. Like no offense to anybody who's like 30 or 40, but I'm 20. Okay, so literally anything that's older than me, anyone that's older than me is old in my like opinion. Okay, thanks. So yeah. So yeah, you can't. That's pretty much everything that you can do. So let me go over here and let me tell you what everything means. So the first one right here, party of the day, POTD. That's basically what it means. The party of the day is the party that changes every day that gives the hunt drops. So for instance, today it's like arcade misfire or whatever. So the back-to-back party of the day parties will be doing that party consecutively, like back to back, literally back to back, so that everybody can continue hitting it and continue getting the hunt drops. And there's also cat clubs, CC cat clubs, or it can also mean club chat. The cat clubs are the ones that do cats consecutively, but to go into those you have to either like be an admin, which means you're gonna have to drop a cat like every other day or some shit like that, which is a lot. And then or you can also like join and like pay for it. Like there's a lot of ways that you could do it. Like you could drop a cat yourself, or you could pay with like a bento and still do it. I usually only go if I have an extra cat, because it's not really worth it in my opinion for like a bento session, because like bentos are like kind of hard to come by low-key nowadays, because people just like collect like 100 of them and then just keep them for themselves and like don't share. So yeah, rude ass fools. Anyway, PMs are basically, PMs are basically your messages, like DMs and like Instagram and stuff. It's just your messages. Or it's like, oh, PM me. It's like, oh, okay, message me. It's the same thing, personal message. WMIS, which is like kind of a new one. It means wall me if selling. Like if you're somebody who are like, oh, I need this and this, WMIS, wall me if selling. Another one is WMO, which means wall me offers. I forgot to put that earlier. Everybody usually says that. Or just WM, wall me. Literally say clubs, wall me, da da. RP is text advice, aka roleplay. That's RP. ISFW stands for Strip Farm War, which I'm not really going to get into this time because I don't want to really get into like all the farming stuff, because then I'm going to go on forever. I'm going to make a whole like video just about farming, so yeah, just like stay tuned, foos. Yeah, okay, thanks, loves. Love you all. Strip Farm War, which basically means they take your tuts, they strip them. Stripping means like taking it off. Like if you're like a girl stripping your clothes, it means taking off your clothes. Thus, you are taking your tutors. Someone else is taking your tutors. And then tuts, tutors, pups, pupils. And then when you are in SFW, that's usually how they say it, which is means you're in the strip farm war. It could be either with one person or multiple people, depending on what it is. Like one club could be farming you, and then you just want to die, and you just want to stay. What is it called? Oh, there's one more word. DTW, which is Defender to Weak. That's what happens when someone is farming you. When someone's farming you, and then you run out of health and basically the strength and intelligence, it'll tell them that the defender is too weak, and then that means you're DTW. Like if you're in a war, like if you're actually like in a war, like a club war, then you'll see like all these terms like often. Like there's also like milking cows, etc. I don't really remember anymore because I've only been in one war and it was okay. I got put in, it was the new versus old people war, which is like people who have been playing for like 5 years and then people who have like been playing recently. I unfortunately got put with like all the old ass people, so it was just like a bunch of white people who were like, oh my god, yeah, I've been playing Pimd for like 5 years, oh my god, I'm a veteran. And then this guy was like, hey Allie, have you ever been in a war before? And I was like, no. And he's just like, well then get the fuck out of my club. And I'm just like, what the fuck, bitch, I didn't fucking choose to be here. He was a dick, I didn't like it. But anyway, yeah, I learned a lot of that stuff there, and it was generally speaking like an okay experience, besides like everybody being a jerk to me because I didn't know what to do. Like I knew how to farm and stuff, but it's just like they were being like really critical about it, and like they were like they just didn't realize that it wasn't my choice to be with them. And then in the end, guess what? We lost. We could have won, but I had work, so I'm not saying it was like I'm not saying like it was because I wasn't there, but like if more people would have been active, which they were not, then we would have gotten like better stuff. And then they didn't have a very good like strategy or anything like that. Supposedly the other team cheated or something like that, but I don't know. It's a lie. Whatever. Farming equals hitting. Did I close it? Yeah, I did. Hitting, you can either fight, dance off, prank people. I'm going to use my pupil as an example. Fight, dance off, prank, eavesdrop. Eavesdrop, it shows what the other person has in their dorm, which generally speaking isn't very helpful if you're actually trying to like hurt them, but it goes on to their battle stats here. Like the fights won, fights lost, dances won, da 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 da. So yeah, the prank, those one actually like weaken your opponents, like they lose their own strength and intelligence if you can actually land the hit on them. Like if you don't, then it just like, you know, hits you. Like that also applies to the fight and the dance off, which yeah. So yeah, that's how it works. And then fight, usually the fighting and the dance off are usually for people who are strength based. Like for instance, my pupil is strength based because he has more strength in his stats. And then the prank is usually for intelligence based, I believe that's how it works. I could be totally wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it is. Okay, this is just like a really small like, I'm just like giving you like small like stuff about like farming. I'm not gonna go too much into it, but this is how it's gonna be. And then I believe fighting is just like if you're really trying to pin the person. Like if you're pinning them, that means just like so they can't hit back. And then dance off is usually for the cash. Like if you're trying to get more money out of it, then you could do the dance off. But if you're really just like trying to fight their ass, then obviously you just do the fight. So yeah, I think that's pretty much covered all that stuff. Other things you need to know, the 499, everybody's gonna be like, oh, I'm selling my 499, and you're gonna be like, what the fuck is a 499? That is the 499 extra credit furniture. Oh, let me add that. EC. And DN equals extra credit and doctor's notes. Isn't it cute how they're all like school based? Haha. So yeah, 499 extra credit furniture, which is the little one that's usually like a cat or a dog or something. Those ones are usually worth like 4 to 5 bentos depending on how rare it is. But basically that's what the 499 is. And then the 999 is usually the big ass thing up there towards the right. That's that one furniture thing. It's worth 999 extra credit, and because it's not really like physically like specifically a certain type of furniture, that's why it's called the 999. As I explained, MISC stat items, and then I also can explain what KCS and MCS stand for. KCS is 1000 combined stat, K being the 1000, C being combined, and S being stat. So for instance, 10 KCS is just 10,000 stats. So if you have 5,000 strength and 5,000 intelligence, in total you will have 10 KCS. Million is basically the same thing. 10 MCS is that right there. Strength 5 MCS plus also another 5 million will equal 10 MCS altogether. The reason why it's altogether, it's because it's combined stat. Here's what MISC usually sells for. So 1B, which is like 1 bento usually, is 2.5 MCS mix. The MCS meaning the stats for the stat items. So you would get like multiple smaller items that have less stat boost. You would put all of them together, adding up to 2.5 million, and sell that for usually 1 bento. And then the ones that are a single item, which means it's like 1 million plus 1 million, which equals 2 MCS, those usually sell for 1 bento each, depending on what it is. Yeah, I think that's everything. So yeah, so Hit those parties, upgrade, hire tuts, upgrade more, hit party again, fill up showcase, level up furniture, and upgrade again. That, my friend, is how you will do well on PIMD, Party in My Dorm. So, yeah, how long is this? How long are we? 30. Fuck, okay. Yeah, I think I'm good now. So, yeah, guys, that was my whole like spiel on how to be PIMD cool, how to upgrade really fast, kind of just, just follow basically what I said. Get a lot of those bacon boys and save your money. Don't, like, do anything stupid. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching and listening to me talk about stuff. I'm sorry if it was kind of boring, but I hope you still found it like very informative. I'm going to post this in the forums just so I can get like more exposure, so like more people can like talk to me. Add me, message me, send me gifts because I'm silenced and sad. Okay, yeah, thank you, bye guys, muchas gracias.